Hello, everyone. Schoolhouse Intuitive here. I'm here with a very special reading for the Libra Collective. This is all about the solar eclipse in Aries coming up on March 29th. This is going to be a very powerful time. Whether you're Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, otherwise known as Ascendant, Venus, North Node, there may be something here in this reading for you. This is a very transformative time period. This is a time when we're experiencing a lot of new shifts, a lot of new energy, a surge in energy perhaps for some of us. So in this reading, we're going to find out more of what to expect with this eclipse energy, which can last for about 6 months after the eclipse. And you may even be feeling this energy now since the eclipse is almost here. And so we'll learn about how we can best work with the energy, anything we need to release, surrender to, and what we can expect with regard to opportunities in our life, changes we might want to make, implement, how we can really manifest the life, the dreams that we desire with regard to all aspects, areas of our life, including career, life, purpose, relationships, love, that sort of thing. So we have a lot to get through. So the first thing we have is mountains here. And this is obstacle or obstacles. And they ask that as what they represent in tarot as well. So these are challenges, which actually, though, once you cross those mountains, you are feeling more, you're feeling stronger. You know, it's like something, it's, like you can't enjoy the view unless you climb the mountain and do the work, right? So there could be an emphasis here. It could be, a difficult transition or choice that needs to be made, that you're having to make. Let me just see if I can change that lighting a little bit. There we go. And then you have the moon here, which is good. The eclipse does involve the moon. So this is going to be a partial solar eclipse. This is about public recognition, honor, good news, fortune, romance. Again, it's like what kind of good things do you have coming in? And I feel as though a lot of you're already sensing it. You're already seeing this. And then we have soul mirror here, I. And I find this interesting. This came up because we have this focus with this eclipse of authenticity and really doing what's best for you. And it could also, this eclipse could give you, secrets or insight into a problem or a conflict or something that's been going on for a while, something you've been trying to navigate. All right. And it's probably something difficult, as we have mountains here. And, like I said, with the I am getting something here about, something being revealed to you. Now, this could be on the world stage, it could be in your personal life, and it can also be in sort of your, like your spiritual life, cosmic insight, so to speak. For some of you, I am hearing that you're going to be promoted, you're climbing the ladder, you're stepping into a new role. What else do we have? Your capabilities are being seen too. You may be getting noticed more. And you have arch, triumph. Look at that. It's like a nice, beautiful gateway, and there's the water and the sunset or sunrise. And again, it's like the endings and beginnings, this new chapter. So it's a positive opening, an opportunity. Look at this as an ace. This is about your effort paying off in a big way. There could be something here about your life's accomplishments too. And this was, by the way, the Tea Leaf and Dreams Oracle. All the decks I use are in the description box below. And let's get into some tarot. We're using the Unseen World Tarot. Okay, Unseen World Tarot. It's a new deck to me. And it says Connect with the Spirit World. And this is a beautiful deck by Mantis and Yitot Dav. There's the back. All right, and let's see. Okay, bottom of the deck, you have an Ace of Cups. Like I said, Ace energy. And look, there is a nice crescent moon here. And I love seeing this because, look, you have a crescent moon in this card. The cards are already speaking to each other. Okay, something is departing from your life for some of you. I am hearing that. So if you've never viewed me before, I am clairaudient, clairvoyant, and other clairs. So I channel messages throughout the reading. And these are general, not personal, although sometimes they do feel pretty personal and specific. They are not. They are general. So only take what resonates. Read the disclaimer, please. Thank you. All right. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Look at this. Have some compassion for yourself. You know, you've had to kind of do it all for quite some time. I'm feeling with this card, and you'll notice this person has like and antlers, and that's your antennae. There's also an owl here. That's your antennae. It's a connection to spirit. So the Queen of Pentacles would be Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, a very earthy energy, and that's going to be right underneath that mountains. You have the resources to make your dreams come true. I'm seeing this thing they're holding, this mandala type thing. It's like crystals or something. As I'm seeing this as a way out of something. It's like you have this again. It's sort of it's like that's the pentacle in hand. There's another ace in my mind. Okay. So it's about perspective shifting though, and it's about keeping those options open too, and keeping your vibration high. And we will talk about that in this video too, and ways we can maybe do that. And again, it might tie into releasing blocks and taking better care of ourselves. All right, let's see what else we have. What else do we have? I'm seeing Charlotte. The name Charlotte could be location, but it's Charlotte. And I saw Charisse. Charmaine too. Sherman. Interesting. Okay. I say interesting because a lot of the times when things are channeled, the first bit will come through as like the Charlotte, you know, and then I'll get sort of variations that might also want to be coming in kind of on that train. So anyway, it's interesting how it all works. Oh, flipper. I'm seeing the color green. Okay. I'm seeing green. It's a very healing green. So I don't know if you've added that to your life or if it's something that you're thinking about, but it is sort of that like a very spring green that has the yellow in it as well. So by the way, you know, happy spring to a lot of you, others of you, happy autumn. But we do have the Magician. And, you know, the spring green color, it does remind me of like new life, new beginnings, vitality. I feel as though for a lot of you, you're coming off of this other eclipse time and you're maybe not feeling very powerful, but this is a very powerful time for you. And I want you to know you do have the resources and the power here. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician. These are two archetypes who absolutely create what it is that they want, and they do it on their own for the most part. A lot of them they have that that it's like they have that inner potential, I guess you could say. This is a card of potential, but they actually make it happen. When you also have that Queen of Pentacles, it's very very resourceful. That's the word, resourceful. So this is a very resourceful person here, and this is about, you know, if you can dream it, you can achieve it, you know, that sort of thing. Some of you may be wondering how you're going to make this transformation. Some of you may be feeling as though you have some healing to do or that you've been going round and round. Okay, this reading will help us look into those kind of themes. What else do we have? For those of you who have been looking for my second channel, it's not Schoolhouse Messages anymore. It's now called Mantic Mystic Messages. Right here, Mantic Mystic Messages. So go ahead and if you'd like, subscribe over there. I'd love to have you. And that way you can check out your other placements. I do shorter readings over there, but for every single sign. All right, back to this. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm also getting Rose. Could be a name, but I'm actually getting kind of the color of rose. Now, though, the green and the like rosy color, they make me think of the heart chakra too. So what are we opening our hearts to? You know what? For some of you, it's hard to let go of something else. It's also like sort of like almost like finding yourself in the same cycle over and over, like rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. That's what I'm hearing right now. Maybe you're doing laundry. I'm hearing something about like anxiety too. Okay. I didn't point out, but there is an owl here. There's going to be something heightened awareness. Okay. And you also see there's like a crystal on this person's head. There's heightened awareness here. You're being given this, again, there's sort of like this secret, almost like a key, a cosmic key to the universe or something here. Okay. Let's see what else we have. And you have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, okay. You have Hummingbird above this person. So no matter how tired and weary, it's really important to tap into things that you love, that hummingbird joy, that high frequency energy. And that's important because we want to make sure that we're in the energy where we want to be. So we have to be doing things that's making us happy, that brings us into that higher vibration. Easy ways to do that: connecting with nature, animals, also music, high vibration kind of music. Think piano music or other sort of healing music. And you have this person here with a loyalty here. It's like kind of like be loyal to what you love too. This is not a time to abandon all plans and all hope. I just have to say, I absolutely love this deck. And this was not, I purchased this on my own, but I do have permission to use it and to photograph it and things from the authors, the creator. And I just want to thank them because this is an absolute beautiful deck. There's something about these cards, I'm telling you. So I found it myself. I found it on Etsy. So maybe check it out there. But anyway, it is not like all hope is not lost. I cannot stress that enough for you. All right. I just saw 1111. So this has to do with timing. You've got to trust the timing. Okay. And if you don't like advice, I'm not the reader for you because we're going to have a lot of advice coming through here. Okay. I'm getting the name Chip too. The name of Chip. It's probably a variation of the person's name, but it's Chip. There's something needs to be smoothed over maybe, or you're feeling as though you need to fill in some gaps with missing information, or something feels sort of like pieces aren't fitting. Okay. So I do feel that you're going to be getting indication that, let's get a card on that. Actually, let's just split the deck and get a card. Patience, there it is. Yeah, you'll get those answers in time, friends. Okay, Camel right here. And this is about a burden and pressure to reach the oasis. Okay, so ability to persevere in difficult circumstances. That you do have this ability, and that is so amazing that it's right on top of that 9 of Wands. And that's what that 9 of Wands has to do with. It's like, do not give up. I know there's a burden that you're carrying. Maybe you're feeling as though with this Magician and Queen of Pentacles that you have to do everything yourself. You have to be your own everything. Maybe you have kids or grandkids you're raising and niece and nephews or something, and it's like you're having to be their everything, their mom, their dad, their friend, their everything, their coach, their teacher, their nurse, so I know how that can feel. And it can be a lot, and it's like you do just like keep going. You have more to give. Okay. You're not out of something. Okay. You do have more to give. So some of you may be like, oh, I don't know if I should retire or not. Can I do another however long? I mean, this energy is saying, yes, it's tiring. But if there's some sort of joy you can tap into, if there's some reason that you can regularly remind yourself of why you're doing something, that could help. So there's one piece of advice. Let's see what else we have from the Unseen World Tarot. Okay, we have a jumper here. We are going to take it. They're giving me a lake. It's like lake, and then it might have "een" in the name, like Sheen or Mosine or something like that. Okay. And it's a lake. All right. Or your name it's like Ian in your name, and then the lake, you're tied to a lake somehow. Anyway, we have the Page of Swords. Okay. So yes, you will be getting a message in that's going to help clear things up a bit. This will be considered triumphant. I can't believe how these cards are talking to each other. The tea leaves and dreams in the unseen world. That's amazing because you have this triumph here, and look, you now have this angel right here, what I'm viewing as an angel anyway. And they're sort of like letting you know, they're showing you direction. They're like, you're navigating something with this Page of Swords. They're pointing you in the right direction. I feel some of you need to make sure, again, you had antennae coming through with this Queen of Pentacles, and you need to, it's like they're telling me, stay psychic, like keep those channels open. Okay. Stay tied to your intuition, because you're going to get so many answers in that way. Pages can be messengers. They often are. And this has to do about your curiosity and being vigilant and having that mental capacity for something too, being able to study and go for it. Let's see what else we have. They're telling me to focus. When I say they, I'm talking about my guides. Okay, they're always with me, and so especially when I'm doing these readings, because I'm actively in asking for their advice. So there's something about focusing on like what is working. Okay, there's something, and all hope, again, they're stressing all hope is not lost here. There might be just a little more healing that needs to be done there. You've got to hang in there. Some of you, I know you're battling something big, major, and they're saying go forward. You do have a new beginning on the other side of this what might be considered a rather gloomy period. But it's like, what can you personally do to grab hold of possibility and positivity right now? It can be as simple, which can actually be difficult, but it can be something where you don't even have to get out of bed. You can actually do this from wherever you are. You can just change your thoughts. Focus on what you do want, focus on what you're passionate about, and imagine yourself being there. Put yourself there intuitively, energetically, psychically. Put yourself in that energy. It's going to carry you forward. Some of you really need that extra oomph, that encouragement. Okay, you're going to learn so much about yourself. You're going to have some things to teach others about what you've been going through, if you feel like doing that. But at the very least, you're going to be a good role model. Okay, there's something here about you're very capable. Okay, I'm getting Virgo energy too, and you have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so it could be as though some of you are feeling, down and out and distraught and abandoned, and maybe like you just don't have the resources. But what do you have above this? You have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles, and that is what's being showcased here underneath this Mountains card, where this is about, again, things that were difficult or are difficult will be made right. Okay, you will be put on the right path. Some of you may resonate with the month of November too. They're telling me it's not just in your waking moments. They're actually giving me nausea too. They're having me feel very nauseous right now. So I don't know if some of you, if this is directly speaking to you and you yourself are feeling nauseous, please get medical care. I'm not a doctor, but I am an intuitive, and I am picking up on someone being quite nauseous and tired. And it's like your endurance. You have to know you have this ability. Look at the bottom of the deck. You can do this. You will be celebrating. You'll be celebrating something. Maybe this is the birth of a child, even. That's why you're nauseous, but it could also be the end of an illness. Okay. You have something coming in. I just saw 1747 on the clock. Okay. 747 on the timer. All right, we've been getting 747 a lot. In fact, it just came up in a recent reading and was even in the thumbnail. Okay, and that is like, you are ascending. Your angels are here to support you. Please express what it is you want and express what it is you need. You can, in fact, have it. Let's go to the Kyle Gray Angel Numbers book. Here's the front of it. And this is looking for a publisher. Anyway, 747 it's about you flying high. Okay, so I'm just paraphrasing here. I don't think I'm allowed to read big passages anyway. So this is about spreading your wings, okay, and expressing what it is you need. Like I said, this is about angels being with you and wanting to help you. Okay, it's Hay House Publishing. Okay. Anyway, like as I said, let's get an angel message for you right now. Okay, how are we getting from this Five of Pentacles, this Ten of Cups? We know we have the Queen of Pentacles supporting us. Let's get an Intuit angelic message, Intuit Oracle angelic message. What do we have? Oh, I saw a flipper. Here it is. Oh, look at this. Celebrate your victories, no matter how small. Each step forward is a step closer to your destiny. Look. We don't often get all of those cups just all at once, and they're certainly never just handed to us generally, right? So here you have a 10 of Cups. You have a victory coming in, okay? And I know for some of you, you are feeling tired and weary. I can see it in the cards. I feel the energy. I get it. I don't know your exact situation, but I've myself felt very on the ground and alone and, desperate at times, and just feeling like I I don't know, like, how do I go forward? But there's always a way. There's always a way. Look at the light coming in on this card. You don't have to sit in all of the negativity. Okay, that's not, you don't have to, you can choose to turn some of this off, and you can choose to turn some of this around. This Aries eclipse energy, this solar eclipse energy, is all about you, bringing into unexpected opportunities. Okay, this is about breaking free from limiting patterns. Again, change your thought, your entire world will change. Okay, you change your beliefs, right, and everything will change. This is about you embracing your inner strength. Okay, there could be big changes. I'm not going to lie, there could be very big changes coming in, not necessarily right this very tomorrow, but again, within the next 6 months. This is something major. This is our first solar eclipse of the year too, and although it's not a total solar eclipse, it's partial, and it doesn't matter. It's still, you get that energy. A lot of inspiration. This is going to be shifting the scales for you in partnerships, in relationships, in all areas of your life. I'm not even joking. I'm not kidding. If there's been something you wanted to do, things are shifting for you. You're going to be able to do some of these things you've been wanting to. You're able to actually manifest your dreams. You are shifting those scales, Libra. Okay, you have new opportunities on the horizon. Okay, this is an excellent time for harnessing your inner power, and maybe for some of you it's like answering your true calling, right? All right. Oh my goodness, what did I just said? Those scales are shifting, and look what you have, my friends. You have justice, and where is it? It's underneath the Magician card. Holy moly. And this is part of the mystery. You're not understanding how something can come in, how it's going to work out. It's going to work out. Sometimes we're not going to see it. Things are going to line up suddenly, or for some of you it will be sudden. For others of you, it's like you've been undergoing these changes for quite some time. But you with Justice card, this is your card. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North. This is our card right here, Justice. Okay, this is the one card in tarot that is 100% our card, Libra card. The other one, Empress, we share with Taurus, and not that we have to have our own, but like we have our very own. Okay, some signs have their very own cards, and we do, and I think all of them do have at least one. But anyway, with the Magician here, this is for everybody. The Magician, remember, has all of those resources. But what do we always say about potential? It doesn't mean anything. Your nice car in the parking lot is, I'm just using an analogy here, like it doesn't mean anything. Who cares how fast it can go and how great it is, blah, 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 how smooth it rides and whatever. If you don't leave the parking lot, what does it matter, right? It's useless. So use your potential. Use that potential. All right. Don't let something continue to eat away at you. They're telling me to they said, get off your high knees and get going. For some of you, okay? So with Justice too, that's about things balancing out, okay? This is about truth coming out. This is about fairness, integrity. This is clarity as well, definitely clarity. That Five of Pentacles, where you felt wronged, what do we have right next to it clarifying? We have the Justice card. This is what's going to happen. When you get justice here, but some of us, we do have to be patient. And some of us, we're not going to see the justice actually play out. We're not going to see someone's karma, right? They're going to know about it, but we're not necessarily going to see it. So sometimes it is about having faith and accepting things as they are, and realizing that sometimes you just can't change certain things, right? We can't. And we have to be able to let that go. Sometimes we have to be, we have to get settled with things that we just don't feel are right. And it's like, we have to find a way to move forward regardless. And I hear some people saying, when's it my turn? When's it my turn? It's going to be your turn. Look at this. We have the High Priestess. You have the High Priestess. This card usually has the cycles of the moon on the crown there. This is about, yes, things coming at the right time, things coming in cycles, and not getting too attached to one particular cycle. Don't get attached to one thing in particular, good or bad, because guess what? It's all temporary. Okay, this is about trusting yourself, trusting the divine, trusting the divine truth. This is about you following your intuition, that higher calling, that inner knowing, and really aligning to your values. For a lot of you, I mean, this is a beautiful spread right now. You have beautiful cards. If I could afford a second camera, we'd have that too, where you could see them all. But one thing at a time, right? One thing at a time. That's another point I want to make is start with where you are with what you have, okay? And start being grateful right there, okay? That can help. That can help bring in some things. And then under this 9 of Wands, this is what's, giving up is what's gonna is what would and people putting you on the defensive, that's that devil energy, okay? Someone you could be around in your energy, you could feel as though this Capricorn card here, you could feel as though underneath that 9 of Wands, you could feel as though like they're just like you're losing your patience with someone. They're testing your boundaries. Maybe they're maybe commenting on things that have nothing to do with them. This could be like narcissistic tendencies is what's coming to mind with this. This could be somebody who's like just obsessed with like criticizing you or condemning you for whatever, and it's like, they're giving me that song, Life is a Highway. It's like for some of you, hit the road. Like you don't need that. You don't need that in your life. Now, again, I'm not, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not a therapist or anything. I'm just a tarot lady in tarot land, right? As I always joke, like, this is like, just, you gotta know when to get out of something. Okay. This is all up to you, but I just feel there's been such a burden here. For some of you, this burden has been something where it's like you're obsessing or addictive or something, maybe, or envious or whatever. It's like we have to release that. We've got to release that negative energy. We've got to get rid of it. Let it go to let it flow. Okay. I don't know if anybody's said that, probably, but who knows? Just we have to get out of that energy. Let's get a little insight actually, and we'll use the Key Oracle deck by Michelle Mocheri. Here it is. Here's the box. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? The key. What's the key here? What can help us with this? Everybody take a deep breath. Do those breath work. Go outside. Get a little, they're giving me a lot of ideas right now. They're saying like, do a little jig, do a little dance. Like they're also, like a fresh air will do you a world of great. And even if you could just crack a window, like even if it's not that warm out, like if you can crack a window, like get some fresh air, get things going again, And we have heart opening. We have listening here, listening to your own higher wisdom, because you have the High Priestess, you have the Magician, right? The answers are coming. This card says opening your heart center. And remember I said at the beginning, I was getting that green and like a rose color. Those are heart chakra colors. Well, here it is. Okay. Opening your heart chakra and listening to your intuition will always lead you in the right direction. You now have the opportunity to let down the walls you created from past wounds. Let your light shine from your heart to experience what the universe had always wanted for you. Now is your time for some of you. It's time to power up. Okay, this is about how you're going to manifest those dreams of yours. Some of them are like they've been with you for a long time. So heart opening. Let's get another card. They're telling me to, I'm getting like, again, patience, acceptance. There's something here that for some of us, it's so hard to just take our time or to like wait for it or to accept something the way it is. For some of you, it's for some of us, I've been there where I just like can't let go of certain things, and it just kept getting in my way and leaving me in that 5 of Pentacles. And and so it was like it just took a while, but you'll do the work and you will get there. You will make that progress. I'm telling you, keep at it. Protection needed. You have shield. So it's vital at this time to protect your energy field, as others may be projecting negative energy onto you. Okay? Think about that. Envy, jealousy, whatever this could be for you. All right? You also may be in an environment for which you are absorbing negative vibes that are draining you. We just talked about this. Get out if you can. Call in Archangel Michael for protection and to clear your energy field. Having a practice of grounding and putting a protective bubble around you every day will be helpful. Some of you are using like floral essences or essential oils. I just saw someone like rub something on their feet or something to stay grounded. Like, yeah, you'll let me know if that resonates, right? It's amazing the randomly specifics, as I always say, that come in, and then I read the comments and people are like, oh my goodness, that was exactly what I do, and you said that. So I always love your comments. Thank you so much, by the way, to the members that I've had, some of you for quite some time, and the subscribers I have, and new and old. I really appreciate you here, and I appreciate all your lovely comments and how you even support each other in the comments. So thanks so much for doing that. All right. Thank you. Thank you. One more of these for now. Dreams realized, manifest. Look at that. And look, let's go with the magician here. Look, like I said, all these cards, they're talking. I hope that you're finding these messages clear. If you are gaining something from this reading, please do hit that like button and subscribe. Okay. It does make a difference. Thank you. All right. So you have the power to create and manifest what you desire. When you choose to push outside of your comfort zone and have determination, your dreams become reality. That is so in line with this solar eclipse energy. Now is the time to take action and have a clear focus on what you want. The universe works with you to create it by using your manifesting power for your highest good. We have to take those steps, though, right? With the magician and the Queen of Pentacles, again, those are both cards about you having the resources you need. The magician has all of the aces with them. They have all four suits. They have generally in the card. So that you have what it takes. For whatever reason, it hasn't lined up. Maybe it's not your time yet, could be, I don't know the reasons exactly. I feel like a lot of you have some sort of idea. And if I asked you, oh, have you given this really 100%? Have you really given it your everything? And for a lot of you, you'd say, no, not my everything, So there's that. I've done it myself. 8 of Cups. Yeah, for some of us, we haven't stepped out of the comfort zone. We haven't walked away from something. We've stayed stuck for whatever reason. For some of us, we're not feeling good enough. We have perfectionist tendencies. These are all intuitive message I'm getting right now. I'm hearing. All right. But at some point, you've got to walk away from the lies that you're telling yourself or that you're allowing others to say about you. Some of you are getting out. You're moving on, or you already have. And for some of you who can't, grow where you are. If you can't go still, you can still grow. I mean, I'm not trying to rhyme here. That did rhyme, but it's like you've got to, you have to be okay going on your own with some things too. For some, that's not going to resonate with everybody. But on the other side of that 8 of Cups is this are new opportunities. And we don't know exactly what they are. No, we don't. We do not know. And that not knowing can be scary. But again, you going out of your comfort zone, I really do feel is going to be rewarded. Okay, you're going to get new ambition, new drive right now. Okay, this is exciting opportunities, breakthroughs. This is about having better balance in your life, I feel, having better boundaries here with that 9 of Wands. This is about embracing your own inner power with the high Empress, high priestess here. And yeah, so be bold, be creative. As I said in your April reading, which just posted on Tuesday, now is a time to create, initiate, celebrate. This is about you giving yourself time to shine, you allowing yourself to explore and again engage with things and people, places, things that you do love. Okay, take the leap of faith, get out of the comfort zone if you can. Okay, I know some of you aren't ready, and that's fine. This might not be your reading. This is for those of us who are ready. Okay, and those of you you're not ready, maybe you're still encouraged by the reading. That is always my hope, that the reading finds those who need it most and can resonate, and that it's helpful and for your highest good. Okay, let's see what else. You have the Hanged Man. Some of you are just like, the pause, the delay, not understanding it maybe, but others of you are taking a much needed rest, a break. Maybe you're doing that the first part of this eclipse. You're waiting for that energy to change, because I will tell you, we still have Mercury and Venus in retrograde, and that's not like great as far as starting new things, right? As I've been saying, give that energy a little time to clear. After that first or second week of April, you might be feeling completely differently. You need to feel your way through something for some of you, because you have the High Priestess and you have the Hanged Man together. You're needing to feel your way through something. All right. You're getting that clarity. They're giving me Lotus right now. Mm-hmm. Um, what else? There's getting again. It's like make do with what you have. There's something you may not be seeing. There could be an opportunity right before you that you're not quite seeing. That again, like again, this is about you having your dreams realized. You having the power in some way. But we have to get calm and listen. We have to listen. We have to listen with the heart. Okay. What else do we have? Ten of Wands. Right. There's that burden. For some of you, I feel if you don't change anything, well, nothing will change. You may be feeling the same, like all the responsibility on you and just feeling as though there hasn't really been anything. I'm getting the initial V as in Victor, Victory, Victoria, Vicky. There is a portal. There's a door opening here on this card. You can see it, and it's right here underneath this V, and it can also be a W. Mm-hmm. Some of you are born natural healers. You have a gift. You really do. You have the Two of Swords, right? It's making the decision though. Because here we have the Chariots, I look at that as here are the Chariots, and they're like, which way do we go? Which way do we go? And then we have to get focused. We need to get clear, focus, meditate, do what you can do. There's a reason you hear people always say, meditate, meditate, meditate. It's like universal advice, it seems like, for like, if you want to get those answers, it's again, tapping into your own abilities, getting clarity, figuring out which way to go. You have the abilities all within you. And you also have the abilities to fully heal and release yourself from something that's been there for a long time. You have those capabilities, my friends. Oh, okay, that was a big messy shuffle. All right, let's see. What else do we need to know? How do we get unstuck? How do we get out of that comfort zone? How do we help? How do we heal? What do we need to know? Queen of Cups, look at that. You got Queen again. Queen. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I just looked at the bottom of the deck and look what you have. You now have 3 queens. Male, female doesn't matter. It's about the energy. Okay. So look at this. You've set yourself free from something. You're going with your heart. Maybe someone or something else doesn't look the best on paper. Maybe logically it doesn't make sense, but the clarity you receive when you tune into your heart is the right way to go. Remember we had that card? Opening your heart center and listening to your intuition will always lead you in the right direction. Remember the heart opening card? There it is. That's how you get your direction. Tune into your own majesty, even, they're telling me, okay? Your own mystic, okay? Your own inner mystic. That's going to help you create new beginnings, actually. We don't just have them delivered to us. We have to create the life we want. That's my belief. It's not just like, I don't know about you, but things don't just generally fall right into my lap, right? I have to do the work, like we've been hearing about in this video, having to do the healing. We have to do that. We have to be actively, doing the things to set us to point us in that right direction, and to again, raise our vibrations so that what actually resonates with us is similar vibration. It's like, be it in order to see it, right? You have to get into that energy. A simple example they say is like, smile and the world smiles with you. Or another thing they say is like, dress for the job you want, not the one you have. So you already be in that energy. If you want to be, we've talked about this before too, even if you can't necessarily get your foot in the door somewhere, go be a customer or a client, or like even just hanging around in that general area. Like, just getting yourself somehow closer, or visit their website often, start to feel like you're part of their community, or sign up for their email list, like things like that. How can you get yourself just a little bit closer? Because you're sending out major signals to the universe that that's where I want to go. All right. So if that's where you want to go, well, there are ways we can be manifesting this. Okay. We can create what we desire. All right. Let's see what else. Five of Swords. Yeah. Because, and some of us, we're going to have to make some big sacrifices. We're going to have to let go of some people, places, and things and that devilish energy there. Okay. And that has to do with strategy. Yep. And for some of us, they're not going to see it coming. I'm getting that off this card too. You're going to have to be strategic. And for some of you too, it's about, again, using those tools adequately, accurately, and leaving behind what you don't need. If it's not going to work for you in that next chapter of your life, you may want to leave it. This can even be like cleaning up clutter, okay, in your environment. Because again, we were getting this environment affecting you in some way. What else do we have? Two of Cups. Look at that. I feel as though for once you're choosing you. I'm getting Stevie Wonder, like for once in my life. And then I think there's a song there. I believe it's Stevie Wonder. Anyway, it's kind of almost like being like loving. It's about loving yourself enough to pull yourself out of a nightmare or whatever. Oh my goodness. And where does this lead you? Well, this was your final card here to clarify for the tarot. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And guess what? Where did we start out? And do you remember what I said about this card? I said the Queen of Pentacles. It's an Ace of Pentacles right there. And then what do you get? A huge Ace of Pentacles. They're telling me, you go through what we're talking about in this reading, and you better believe you're opening some new doors of opportunity for yourself. You are that much closer to manifesting. And for some of you, that is full manifestation. There you go. You will be rewarded. Ace of Pentacles can be anything you want it to be. Anything. That can be a new job. It can be a promotion. It can be new money. It can be a new relationship. It can come. And you know what? They're saying for some of you, there's a blessing in disguise. It may already be in your energy. It may already be here. It could be it could be very close too, very close. For some of you, you're not going to be wanting to share it necessarily publicly right away. Like, for example, when women find out they're expecting, often they wait for the first trimester to go by and things are looking good before they tell everybody. And that's kind of like a good idea. It's almost like tell people after you've already accomplished something, because we don't need their energy. Like with this, the energy vampire card here, the protection needed shield. We don't need everybody's energy in our space and affecting our outcomes, actually, because it's in there as we're trying to manifest. We don't need everybody to know. But talk to your guides, talk to your angels, talk to your higher self. Let's see, what else can we do? How can we be high vibing? No, let's find out what else we need to release. Maruka X deck here. Money blocks. Although I find it resonates with any area of the life. Okay. Crown chakra. See what I mean? Unblock that seventh chakra. That's, again, where you're getting that high priestess energy. How can you unblock this chakra? So you may experience narrow-mindedness if it's blocked, greed, materialism, excessive egoism. So to heal your crown chakra, practice living a minimalistic life. Use crystals, go outside, help yourself experience spiritual growth, feel more connected to the universe. Some of these things we already talked about feeling closer to nature and, tuning in even to higher frequency music, for example. And yes, absolutely, crystals. I'm a big fan. Outdated ways. So this is about modernizing yourself. So traditional thinking or old ways of doing business might not be working. For some of you, I get a message of yes, go back to basics. For others of you, this is well-placed timing in the reading, it looks like, because for some of you, you need to know when it comes to business, you do need to keep in tune with more modern era because you need to stay ahead of your competition, okay? All right, so it's about maybe reevaluating your goals too. How can you incorporate the technology of these days, but also feel comfortable doing what you're doing? One more of these. Okay, so all work, no play. Well, that's when we have justice here, the balance, the scales are coming in. As I said, you need to be tapping into joy regularly. This is, workaholism can block your creativity, and actually, it can dull talents and spiritual inspiration. It says, give your body and mind time to recuperate, and you'll be much more effective. Yeah, self-care needs to be at the top of your list. That's another thing. Set the boundaries, take care of yourself. Okay. What else do we need to do? Let's get a high vibe card from Becky Moore. Oh, it says money, question mark. Think of money as a resource. Like air, you breathe it in, you breathe it out. There's always enough air. Most people never feel as though they have enough money. There's always a feeling of lack around the word. So change the word. Try calling money by a different name. I pay my bills with green energy. I have enough resources to pay my bills. Or I'm so happy I have enough pink bananas. Notice that when you change the word, you change your energetic connection to the money. It's true, because all money is the paper, the numbers, it's a conditioned reinforcer. The paper bill itself means literally nothing. It's a piece of paper with ink on it. We, as a society, have placed value on it. It represents something, that your ability to acquire something you want, or to not acquire something you don't want, like debt or getting kicked out or whatever. So it is a conditioned reinforcer. Okay? It's about the relationship we have attached to it. Okay? Yeah. So that's why it could be pink bananas. It could be anything. It's an exchange of energy, though. Okay? An exchange of energy. All right. Let's dig in a little bit let's use the Britta Bowman Power Animal deck. I'm not sure if I want to use this one right this minute. Is there anything? So that's like what we're surrendering to. Let's see what else. Ascending Life Oracle by Maruka X. There might be just more advice as far as like just how do we so prepare, be ready. Don't just wait around. Okay. Take good care of yourself. Yes. Okay. So again, there's like a very similar card, all work, no play. Some of you really need to watch out for that burnout. Be careful. You have to take care of yourself. Okay. There could be too many irons in the fire, as we see here. Okay. And you have waiting games. So this is about waiting for something or someone, or expecting to hear news and putting on your life on hold. We want to be prepared and ready, but we don't want to be waiting, right? We don't just want to sit around. You do something with that time. It's still your time. And then we have crystal ball. And since I've put this crystal ball on this table, we keep getting this card, and I find that amazing. I love it. So clearly, some of you have a connection to crystals. And you're like, oh, should I be wearing or carrying? Yes, yes, and yes. You want to raise your vibration? I can recommend quartz of any kind. Herkimer diamond, for example. Okay, it's a high quality quartz. Found in one part of the world, in New York, actually, Herkimer County. Okay, so this is events taking place in the future. This is your inner knowing. This is esoteric knowledge, stepping into your own spiritual power. There it is. Some of you, bells too. Raise your vibration with bells. Okay. I love bells and chimes and things. Very high vibration. Okay. All right. What else do we have? Let's get an Intuit Angel Oracle card, and let's have it be, so Intuit Angel Oracle by Intuit Oracle. What angel should we be calling upon? Can we call upon to help us navigate this eclipse energy and manifest our dreams and level up, power up, and manifest? And this one. Okay. I am getting suitcases for some of you. So some of you may be leaving or going somewhere or traveling them. And then you actually have Rick Beal here, the ruler of the divine chariot. So I was hearing suitcase as I was shuffling, and you have card 16, divine chariot. So some of you, that absolutely is a move, traveling, something. This is about movement, dynamic action, coordination, teleportation. This is about fighting and defeating chaos. So we are getting focused. The chariot has to do with focus, determination, right? Going for what it is we want, self-control. Okay, it's about your success and your journey. And so we have, I shelter you from storms and show you how to use your Makraba to become a chariot of the divine power. Smoky quartz is a crystal too. That's a good one for grounding and protection. Okay, and then it says go. And then it says full moon. I think we have a full moon in April, Libra. I think it's mid-April, and I think it's in Libra. I'm going to be doing, I always do full moon readings like around the time of the full moon. So you can check that out too if you like. Let's see. I'm also getting for some of you like dizzy, like lightheaded, dizzy. Again, get medical care when needed, but I am getting something about like being in two places at once. Now I can understand that being between eclipses here, you're feeling like very, the veil is super thin. And I think it's thin this time of year anyway, in spring, the new astrological year and everything. So, well, spring for where I am. But yeah, it's like I feel like it's you're kind of between worlds too, maybe. Yeah. Okay. What else do we have? Let's get a chakra insight card. This is a Divine Chakra Oracle. Divine Chakra Oracle by Britta Bowman. And then we'll use, we'll get a little more advice. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. 44. Some of you are going to be happy to see that. This is about pure potential. And we've been talking about potential. So divinity resides within me. My spirit is eternal and beyond limitations. I trust in the journey of my soul and my purpose. With this beautiful big cat energy of the lion. It's like a lavender lion. I love it. Yes. Oh my goodness. Things, for some of you, things are looking up. Or they're saying, look up. Like, look up, look up. Look on the bright side. Look in the sky. Look for a sign. Look at your guides for inspiration. Okay. And now we're going to get a power animal card by Britta Bowman. The boxes are back here. You want to zoom in? You want to zoom in? Here we go. Oh, 222 on the timer. Yes, balance, harmony. Guided. You're protected. You're blessed. What else do we have? What do we have? What do we have for Libra Collective? Wow, we have 2. We may be getting more. I'm not sure. But I heard the name Danny or Dan. And then also I'm hearing a name like Moore or Morty or Morton or something like that. Okay. You have Gazelle. What looks to be an obstacle could be the opportunity you've been asking for. And Rooster. Remain loyal to your principles. Uphold honesty and stand as a protector against negativity. And the whole time I was reading that card, somebody was going, what about Danielle, Daniela, Dana, Danielle, Dana, Danny? That's all, yes. Clearly, I just heard it. So now yes, that's also part of that. Because when I said Dan and Daniel, as I said, then when I was reading the Rooster card, all I could hear, I was reading the words, but all I could hear was, you need to say Daniela or Danielle, or so got it. And it sounded like a female voice. You can't always be sure, but it did sound like, it felt like female energy to me. Or feminine. I don't know if I'd say feminine or female. There is a difference, but anyway, okay. So remain loyal to your principles, uphold honesty, stand as a protector, okay, against negativity. One more. Hedgehog. Your boundaries are your armor and your protective shield against negativity and evil. That's, and then another one. Red Panda. This ties into our reading, by the way. And now Red Panda, create balance in your life by harmonizing your inner and outer worlds. 100% alignment is key. Red Panda is also known as the Fire Fox. Okay. They're saying something about protecting your online activities now too. All right. Okay. So this is what I have for you. Please like the video, subscribe. Please subscribe. I see a lot of you haven't subscribed, but I get a lot of returning viewers who are not subscribed. So please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. And again, Mantic Mystic messages for all of your placements. And if you can't find it right away, keep at it. I'll put it in the comments too, at Mantic Mystic. And but if you type in search, it should say Mantic Mystic messages. It should come up. Okay, and it has a new logo and everything. So that'll be great. And I think any other messages? Not really. I mean, membership, $3.99 a month gets you free videos each month and other perks. So again, as someone pointed out, thank you very much. You know who you are. One of my members pointed out they love membership, and it's only, when you think about it, it's less than $1 a week. Less than $1 a week to get free content and other perks. So it's quite an offer. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I'm wishing you all good things. Thank you.